I'm Abby.
And I'm Uchenna.
And this is Shine Your Eye, a podcast about the good and the wahala, here at home, back home, and around the world.
So join us as we inform, inspire, and enlighten all that shines bright in our community.
Hey, Uchenna.
Hey, girl, hey.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Nah, who?
Nah, who?
Nah.
Nah, who?
Now, who did there? Because if you didn't call ahead, y'all not coming in.
Ha, 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 ha. Ba-dum-bum.
Courtesy of ChatGPT. How you been?
It was an original.
Huh?
I thought it was an original.
I'm not funny.
I am doing... I'm okay.
You're doing okay.
Yeah, there's some anxiety because of things going on, but it'll work itself out.
Amen.
How about you?
I think that's almost always a good explanation. I'm okay too.
Okay.
Because I can't complain. Like all my bills are paid, mostly. But there's some things going on causing anxiety in the world at large, but also in my microcosm.
Micro and the macro, exactly.
But we thank God.
Amen.
Like Nigerians that we are. So today, I was hoping that we would talk about courtesy.
Courtesy, that's an interesting topic.
Yes, common courtesy. Is common courtesy even common? And so we're going to talk about shoes,
okay,
greetings, the doorbell, and the dilemma of the doorbell. So,
okay.
At my house. Okay, so my husband and I have been married for 2.5 years.
Ooh, congratulations.
Thank you. I deserve it for every
for all
year.
The blessings.
Yes, all the blessings. Marriage is interesting, but we thank God.
We thank God.
So we had this disagreement, and this disagreement came from out of nowhere to me.
Okay.
It was not expected, right? Mm-hmm. And so once upon a time, a what's that thing? A solar panel seller came to the door.
Yes.
And I'm that person. If someone comes to the door, I want to open the door for them. So I open the door. Yes.
Okay.
I open the door.
Right there.
That's this topic. So I open the door. He's selling me blah blah blah, and I'm like, you know what? My husband works in energy, in power, and I think that electric panels would be interesting. And we have a new construction house.
Okay.
I would love to run the math on it, but I don't know. And I would love to do electric, all that stuff on my house generally for the energy savings.
Okay.
Whenever, gas prices are going up, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know that the maths. So, but I don't know. So that's the whole point of this person that's at the door. But I'm very susceptible to sales.
Okay.
So a perk of being married is blaming it on your spouse. I'm like, my husband's not here. I need to talk to him about it. So salesperson that this person is, he's like, when should I come back?
Of course.
And I'm like, I don't know. He comes back like in the early evening, maybe Friday or whatever. So he makes an appointment to come back.
And what day of the week was this?
I think it's like Monday or Wednesday, something like that. There's a couple of days. So then the time he's supposed to come comes. I didn't put it on my calendar. I forgot this dude was coming. Okay. And I did talk to my husband in passing about it. And he's like, nah. Because for the most part, the solar panels don't make sense.
That's very true.
The tax credits are there, but it may not pay for itself. Okay.
Who had them on their home and did
like
not
it.
recommend.
Okay.
Right. Yes.
All right. So there's that, right? But we've never looked into it, blah, blah, blah. And I do have a friend who did it and actually recommends.
Okay, great.
And he's a chemical engineer too. I think he did the research and probably went with a reputable installer.
Yes.
But we don't know this person from Adam, right? So then the person's at the door and I'm like, oh, they're at the door, huh? He's like, so? I'm like, well, I mean, I guess I told him to come. You go answer the door, but I'm not coming. That's what my husband said.
Okay.
I'm like, but it's rude. Like, this isn't even him knocking on the door freshly, right? Like, we scheduled it.
Right.
And my husband, because my husband is home from work, his car is outside.
Okay.
So he knows that somebody's home.
there.
So I'm like, come on, we just have to tell him to go or whatever, or talk to him for a few minutes. My husband's like, no, I didn't ask him to come. I'm not answering the door. If you want to go answer the door, go ahead. But I'm not.
Okay.
That was it. He almost wanted to fight. We were about to have a disagreement. Because I'm like, we can't leave somebody. That's just like leaving somebody on read or red, whichever one it is.
Is that not bad? It's a bad thing?
It is, isn't it? It's a rudeness thing.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Cutsy. That's what we're talking about.
Oh, okay.
What are your thoughts on this so far?
I'm not on your team on this one.
I see.
Because you can't volunteer someone's time.
My husband?
Yes, you're still separate entities, correct? Mm-hmm. And so it needs to be some kind of agreement. But also, the salesperson should have some kind of reminder. You know, are we still on for Friday at 2 or whatever. Mm-hmm. But outside of that,
didn't give my number.
One of my, whatever. Mm-hmm. But one of my personal pet peeves is someone volunteers something for me. Because my time is my time, no matter what. So I think it needs to be a conversation at least. So that's why.
That's interesting because I think in marriage, you will often be volunteering your spouse's time. Like there's a dinner, you're both invited, and then you tell your spouse, and we don't go to all the dinners together, but often there's an expectation that they want both of us. And if we're available, I would think that my husband would. And, something might be very important to him. And I could stay home sleeping, but I go because you're my spouse, so that's not even the part here.
It needs to be a conversation.
Yes.
And say like, okay, are you available? But if I'm not, you're not talking to me, then maybe I'm not. And maybe I just don't want to go, but you just can't volunteer for some. You can't speak for me in my time. That's going to be very...
In marriage, you often can.
I'm sure.
And do. But that's not even the part... That's not even the crux here.
There are various marriages and they're a spectrum. Mm-hmm. So...
This is true. But that's not... The marriage part is not even the part here. It's the courtesy. Would you leave someone at the door and not answer?
The courtesy was dropped when you volunteer somebody's time.
No.
Okay, but we'll leave it
not that part, me volunteering my husband's time.
Okay,
leaving someone at the door.
If this hadn't happened, so just... in the vacuum. Mm-hmm. If I said, okay, be back at 2 or Friday, and I'm not, and and I was in the house, that is rude.
You think it's rude? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
In the vacuum of just that part of the situation.
Right. I mean, so, and keep in mind, even if he's affronted because I volunteered him, he's my excuse, right? My excuse for not doing the thing. So
we're so far away on this situation.
Okay, but again.
Okay, I'm trying.
Please do, because that is not the topic here. We're talking about the courtesy of leaving someone at the door. And you're saying, okay, so let me couch this again.
Okay.
Because I, Abby, volunteered my husband, then the person at the door should wait there, is what you're saying.
No, this is something separate from what it was on you, because you said the excuse. I feel, and I'm so anti-excuse. Mm-hmm. So that was my part, is the excuse part. You could just say, we thought we were available, but we're not, or whatever. I don't know how because we haven't got to that part. But we're all grown adults, so, and he's a salesperson, so he should be used to it also. So I would just be like, okay, we thought we would be available, but we're not. Okay, so it's the excuse part.
Okay.
Separate. So that's definitely separate. But
I'm not sure I understand. So you don't make excuses. If it's no, it's just no.
Exactly. That I'm not saying 100%, but I'm very close to like no excuse. I'm just not going to do it or make a decision. And that comes for something as a child, but so that's something just completely separate. So anyway, continue. Yes.
Okay. So for this
situation.
Yes, for this situation that we're discussing.
Can I just do a side note? We don't talk about our topics in advance.
Right, as you can see. And we have assumptions about how we will feel about things from years of friendship that are often wrong. Because assumptions make an ass out of you and me, as I was told and learned in engineering school.
Okay, we're back.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, continue. I'm sorry.
Okay, so then Where do you think, because in my husband's mind, and by the way, when I was looking this up online,
okay,
I think online and ChatGPT thought that we would be swapped.
How so?
That in America, we leave people at the door and we don't answer the door.
Yes.
And in Nigeria, that's unheard of.
Correct.
My husband is the Nigerian in this couple. And he's like, F him. And I'm the American. And I'm like, oh.
That's very true. Very interesting.
Yeah. I'm like, that's why I was so surprised. Like, you would do that to a person, a human? You just leave them at the door. So where do you think that comes from? The thought that you have to cater to this stranger at the door?
That's a good question, because I really don't know, because you are born and raised in America. So that must be a personal thing, right? Like an individual thing. And I don't know. Because I'm the same way. If you come to my house,
I ask you to come.
Exactly.
Knock,
I'll
knock.
I'll just keep sitting on my couch or whatever.
Okay, that's interesting. So, you're right. So I think for me personally, one of my first jobs was Burger King.
Okay.
I think my second job was selling Cutco. Cutco cutlery.
Oh,
those sharp knives. Which is almost like a door-to-door thing. It's not door-to-door, but you get their contacts, you call them, you ask for an appointment, you go to their house. Like, imagine selling Cutco and you've driven to a person's house and they say, oops, we thought we were available, we're not.
Right.
I
get you. Yes.
I can see where that would
empathize with that, because that is your own person. So I get it.
Maybe that's where that comes from.
I get it.
Okay, interesting. So let's move on to the next scenario.
Okay.
So so we moved into our house. We built a new house or whatever. And after we got married, it was finally ready. That's another thing for another day altogether, because interest rates were horrible by the time we moved. But we move into this house. We're decorating it, whatever. So we found a rug that we love.
Okay.
And I'm pregnant. A child is coming. So I already knew I wanted to implement a no shoes in the house policy.
Okay. I love it.
We don't wear shoes in here. I even put on the wedding registry a mat that says, please leave your shoes at the door or something like that. We get the rug, and in my head, we have a really big, spacious living room. You do,
yes.
And we don't have a center table, because I didn't want my baby to be bumping her head on this center table. And this is a play area. So that's what I'm thinking that the living room is going to be. So that's why there's a no shoe policy, because you have a brand new baby that will be rolling around on the floor. Now, I always got like another rug for her to play on, but after they start crawling, they don't care about your little rug. They're going everywhere. Okay. We have a place near the door for putting your shoes. But why did I become the rude person that is asking people to take their shoes off at the door? What if they don't want to take their shoes off? What if they don't know if your house is clean? What if they don't have a good pedicure? Am I rude for having a no shoe policy? And then if people come in and they forget and they still have their shoes on, and I'm like, oh, sorry, your shoes, sir, or whatever, is that rude?
I don't find that rude.
Okay.
No.
Why not?
It's about cleanliness. And that's pretty universal, even though not everyone asks people to remove their shoes, but we all know that
some people do.
Exactly. And then it is your home, so you can do as you please for the most part. We're not talking about something illegal or whatever, but
or freak off.
Yeah. But no, I don't find that rude. I guess it could be in the way that it's presented. I'm not saying that you did that, but I'm just saying that would be my only way that I would maybe see it as being rude. But I don't find it to be rude. I think it's just around part of cleanliness.
Okay, because I know there are cultures, some in Africa, but a lot of Asian cultures where it's a sign of respect to remove your shoes. And I remember. Do you remember this? Were you even around the party that I did for my birthday at my Midtown house?
Which one? The one we had Were there fireworks involved? No, that was another one.
I wish. It was just everybody in my too small house.
I'm sure I was there, right?
I would think so, unless you were out of town.
Yeah,
but that
I'm sure
year,
I was there.
The floors at that house are very soft. Mm-hmm. So I asked people, even if they had on heels, to take those off. And I put it in the invite and everything. And my husband's like, man, that's rude.
I don't even remember seeing that in the invite, though. I'm sure I was there, though.
So it didn't impress you. It didn't make you mad or anything. It was not. He just is like, you got too many rules. Nobody's going to want to come. And why should somebody who has on this cute outfit and they've got their heels, why should they have to take it off? And my floor... Real talk, that floor. You have on heels, you go click, 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 click. You see dent. Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes.
So do you remember, I think we were both there at a friend's house, a mutual friend's house, and she had just moved in. Mm-hmm. And another friend came in, and she had on heels, clunk, 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 and it messed up her tile. And so she had to have, luckily she was still in warranty, but she had to have them come out because it was a deep hole in one of the tiles.
I do not remember this.
We'll talk about it off air.
Make me want to...
Yeah. And so I always thought about that. So that's one. Two, whenever I see like a bunch of shoes, unless like I'm new, if I, maybe it's my first time, I don't know. But if I see a bunch of shoes, things, I just take them off. Yes. That's just my assumption. So, and I don't take it personally. If it was just me or something, I would be like, why is it just me? But I don't think that's even an issue. I've never seen that before. So I don't find that rude at all.
Okay.
So I guess it's just, but maybe there's people, like we talked about the spectrum. So there are people out there who will find that rude. Yeah. And that's something got to deal with that particular person.
Yeah. And this was my husband, and he's even at my birthday party where we weren't married, he was in the role of a host, and he was thinking about, as a host, we're being rude to the people that are coming to visit us by making them have to do these things. And I was pretty adamant. And that house was not even a no-shoe house. It's just a no shoe that will ruin my floors type of thing. And he's like, if you can't have the potty here, then you shouldn't have the potty here. Whew, I hope I don't get in trouble for this episode.
No, but that would be something we should ask our listeners what they think about that. That's a good topic to discuss.
Yes. Yeah. I would love to hear from them. Mm-hmm. Do you have a no shoe policy?
Right.
Have you ever been accused of being rude? What do you do when you go to another person's house? Like, do you ask? Because I usually will just ask at the door. Often you'll see shoes at the door, but it could just be that that's where they store their shoes. But I ask. And a lot of hosts, because they don't want to be rude to you, they're like, oh, yeah, you can, but it's up to you.
True. Yeah.
And then that's usually, to me, a sign that I should take my shoes off, because they normally take their shoes off.
I think my thing is no outside clothes on the bed.
Oh, interesting.
And then I don't like purses on my bed either. So those are my two rules. I mean, shoes, either here and there, because I don't have a baby. But my thing is no outside clothes on the bed, because you sit in chairs, maybe have public transportation, and then you're gonna sit in my bed. Ugh, no. Yeah. So that's my own thing.
But I would imagine you're not inviting everybody to your room to sit on your bed.
True.
Okay. All right. Okay, so then let's go to scenario number 3.
Okay.
So you could tell a lot about a culture by how it greets.
Yes, very true.
So let me tell a story. So when I was growing up, my parents were not married to each other. Okay, so then my mom and my stepdad got married, and before then, it was just me and my mom all the time. We wake up, I'm like, hey, mama, because she's right next to me. I slept in the bed with my mom for a long time. So it was not a big deal to her, me saying good morning.
Okay.
But I still have my stepdad's voice in my head telling me, you need to say good morning, good morning, good morning, every morning, good morning, good morning. Like, that's why whenever I go somewhere, I say good morning. And it don't matter who the person is that I'm interacting with. I'm saying good morning.
Same here.
And I'm Nigerian. My mom was Nigerian. She just didn't require it of me, and my stepdad did. So
and you're Yoruba, so that's even another layer.
And my household, I did not grow up being the one that was required to say a Cairo and kneel down or whatever.
Okay.
But that is the other level, and we're teaching my daughter to, like, when her grandma is leaving, Odaro, Odabo, you know, and she actually does it. She actually thinks it's funny and fun right now. We'll see how much longer that's going to last, but it is the culture. We're very greeting culture.
Yes.
But I started thinking about greetings, and I greet a lot. And it's also a Black thing.
Black thing, a Southern thing.
A Southern Black thing, yes. To greet, to nod up or nod down when you pass a person in the hall or on the street. But what do you do when you enter, like, when you're at a dinner and you, like, a birthday dinner like we both probably have in our minds, and the room is full of people that you probably know.
Yes.
And you sneaking in and getting into your seat because you late. This is me all the time. And you sit down. Who do you greet and when?
So I was taught as a child, the person who's entering the room greets everyone.
Everyone at the same time.
Hi, everyone. Because, I mean, we're like 45 people. And then those that you are close to, you may go hug or do individual greetings. But the person coming in to whatever, even if it's two people. So the third person, the person that's coming in is the one who greets. Hey, good morning. Hey, how you doing? And then, you know, those individuals that you're close to, then you'll go do your individual. But you can't be like, hi to every 45. Like, you know, so you've done it? Okay, no. So that was how I was taught.
Okay.
The person entering greets.
Okay. I'm trying to think about all the different scenarios. So this birthday dinner that I'm thinking of, that we were both at, and I was late. And
this is recent?
Yes. So at this dinner that I'm thinking of, I came in, I was late. And by the way, I was sat right next to the celebrant. And I'm like, I can't even sneak in.
That wasn't the intention. She wasn't supposed to sit there, but
yes. Okay, that's how that happened. But so then, and when I came in, everyone was actually doing speeches and reminiscing on their time with the celebrant. And so I wasn't able to like say, hi, everyone. And maybe that is what I would have done. I don't know. Like when it's a big room and everybody's having their like individual conversations, it's kind of nerve wracking and you just want to sit down or whatever. But it makes sense for the new person to the room to be the one that greets everybody.
That's a different scenario. But I think in that one, because there were things going on, right? So you just sit down, and then when there's a lull, you may go around, right?
That's what I ended up doing. And you know, like the curse of knowing a lot of people, I'll know people, and I'll be like, where do I know them from?
Right.
Do I know them enough to say hi? I end up just saying hi to everybody, and then when they look at me like, who are you? Why are you hugging me? Be like, oh. I know you now. Yeah. We're friends because we're friends with the same person.
Yes.
But in Nigeria, according to ChatGPT, it's expected to greet each person individually when entering a room. Failing to do so can be read as arrogance or poor upbringing. In Ghana, the greeting order shows respect for age, social role, and host status. So, I mean, there is also something to say about greeting your host first.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Or only greeting your host, depending. Because I went to a 70th birthday dinner the other day, and I knew one person well, and then the celebrant, right? So I sat down because I was, again, late. So I sat down, and the person I knew was like, go say hello. Go say. I'm like, I'm coming. But I did immediately because now I've been outed and went to go say hello to the celebrant. And then in that case, he then started introducing me to other people and telling me who I was sitting next to. And that was a very gracious host. But yeah, greet everybody.
That's true. When you're in peers, the group of peers, I think it's different than when you're with elders. You do have to do it differently. So I would greet them individually. But I would initially say, hi, everyone. And then individually, correct. Yes.
Okay. In some parts of Africa, children kneel or bow to elders when greeting, like we said. Elders, especially in Yoruba land, expect you to use the right hand to shake hands, offer gifts, or receive items. The left hand is considered disrespectful or unclean. I know someone, you shine light on this for me, but I know someone, and he said he became a chief, so he doesn't shake women.
I enlighten you on this?
He's Igbo.
Personally?
Actually, he's not Igbo. He's Yoruba.
But I wasn't involved because I don't know who this is.
No, it's not about the person, but the custom. Have you heard this? Like, if you're a chief, you're not supposed to shake hands with women?
No, I've never heard that before.
I was like, okay.
But that could be not my culture. I don't know.
Yeah. True. Because now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, no, he's Yoruba, so I don't know.
I've heard other things about chiefs.
Okay, tell me.
That they don't perform oral sex.
That's not a problem here.
I'm just saying, that's what I heard. I know it wasn't about me either, but I just heard that.
What about kings? Are kings similar?
I don't know. But I mean, that's something I heard in passing. Not like it was a personal thing. I'm not saying that, but that's something I did hear. Because they like, be a title man. Be a chief. It's supposed to, that's what I've heard. That's the only thing I've heard. So I guess it goes to shaking in many different ways.
Spectrum. So.
Yes.
Have you ever seen someone judged for not greeting properly?
Oh, yes, definitely. Mm-hmm. It happens often, especially with elders. Mm-hmm. And then maybe there's some kind of beef between maybe peers or friends that they may not know. She didn't even say hi. I just say hi to me. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I've seen that. And then sometimes you could just be, for example, sometimes you're in your own world, you're doing something, you're busy, and you may not greet someone who is expecting to be greeted. So I've seen that happen too. Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that's happened to
right. I know I've done it. I've definitely done it.
And not on purpose either.
Not on purpose, right.
But know.
Yeah, you're doing your own thing. Yeah. So yeah.
Are you a hugger, a handshaker, or do you wait to see what other people are doing and take cue from that?
Hug/wait. I'm not a handshaker unless it's something professional. Yeah, so, but we're talking about social. Mm-hmm. So typically a hug, or I may do a little curtsy if they're older than me, like a little,
a mini.
Kool-Aid. Yeah, but that's it.
Okay.
You?
I think I'm a handshaker, even in social circles.
Really?
If I'm a handshaker and a left hand bring around to your here. So, like, the warmest handshake you can do is, like, to shake and also almost, like, hug their arm.
Really? Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. I don't think
handshakes
I would like
have
that.
Levels. So that's what I do. Oh, hello. It's like a warm. And then if a person is, like, handshake, they go in for the hug. My hand's already there to start, to continue the hug. Mm-hmm. But, being a popular person, it's difficult.
It's me for being so popular.
Right. And I'm not even that popular, right? But it's difficult because, like, I'm a woman, right? Mm-hmm. And now I'm a married woman. Mm-hmm. I don't see that much difference than before. But, like, I don't want to give off the wrong impression to menfolk, right? Yeah. Like, so I'm often in rooms with both men and women saying hello to everyone and like handing out hugs willy-nilly, I think, and I used to think, gives the wrong impression to some of the dudes.
It definitely can.
So that's why, especially them, I probably am not out here handshaking a bunch of women, right? Like I'm often hugging the women unless I don't know them. And sometimes I interact with a woman and I don't know them, right? And I'm going in for the handshake and I get the limp one. I'm like, man up, woman. But I'll shake hands even with the women if I don't know them. But if I know you, I'm probably giving you a hug. But men, it's really to just make sure there's no ifs, ands, or buts. This is platonic. I'm shaking your hand. Then if we know each other, if I'm going in for the hug, it's a side hug.
Yes. If it's a man I don't know, I don't touch him at all. No handshake.
Not even a handshake.
Not even a handshake. Hi, how are you? The wave. But then also we have those other countries like the European countries that do the kiss. Oh my. They're double or one. And that's something also, I remember that a lot in undergrad. Like, okay, this person, do they do one or two? All that. But that's something.
That's how you end up in the middle. Be like kissing a person you're not really trying to. So interesting.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then one more thing. I went to a restaurant recently, and there were two Asian men, and they kept doing the bow, and that was my first time I feel like seeing that out in the wild, and I enjoyed looking at that.
Interesting. So courtesy isn't just about manners; it's about cultural conditioning. Because some of this, like, it's not even having manners or not, because we probably all think we have it. It's just what was your culture? What was your upbringing in a way? These expectations can become a source of wahala when they clash, like in multicultural homes, in international friendships, and in workplaces. True. So it seems like in the U.S., privacy is courtesy, and in Nigeria, visibility and presence are. But, in my household, we got a little bit of all of it.
Everything.
In the UK, too much enthusiasm might feel intrusive. And in Nigeria, too little enthusiasm might be considered rude. Like, you're not happy to see me? And I don't know if this is actually true, but let me know your thoughts. African parents may consider silence disrespectful, and American parents may see it as independence.
I think I would need more context on that, because silence and
right. If I just asked you a question, I'm not
exactly.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah, I think I don't know.
Okay,
that would be something to hear from our listeners. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, courtesy may not be common, just like sense, but it is contextual. And like we said, we'd love to hear from our listeners.
Yes.
Do you have a no shoe policy at home? Have you ever clashed with someone over basic manners and then realized that it was actually culture? And how were you taught to greet people when you were growing up?
Love it.
Oh, and share this episode with someone who's been side-eyed for how they entered a room, or if you've had a discussion with someone and you want them to see all of the sides, go ahead and share the episode with them.
Yes, great topic. Praise report. Let's see. That's not it. Okay, let's try that again. It's praise report time. Do you eat at Red Lobster?
More than I should admit.
Really?
Yes.
Well, there is something that I wanted to talk about with Red Lobster. Okay. So have you seen the commercials recently with, I'm not going to say his name correctly, but Damola? Mm-mm. Okay.
I haven't.
I saw an interview with him a couple of months ago, and he's pronounced his name Damola.
Damola.
And his
Damola.
That's how I thought it would be, but and I'm not gonna. His last name is, I don't know. I'm not good at pronouncing his last names, but
Adamolekun.
Perfect. Yay. So Damola is a Nigerian-American business executive who's been making major waves in the restaurant industry. He became known as the first Black CEO of P.F. Chang's, one of the largest Asian American fusion restaurant chains. And now he's the youngest CEO of Red Lobster Investor Holdings, one of the most iconic brands in American dining.
That's major.
Yes. And I read an article earlier in the year about Red Lobster and how they were kind of in the forefront of civil rights, having managers and people in corporate who were Black, and how in the Black community for so long, the 70s and 80s and 90s, that was like a place to go for nice dining after graduations, things like that. I know after my master's graduation, I went to Red Lobster.
Oh, nice.
I was in a smaller town in East Texas, and that was probably the best the best restaurant there. And everyone loves their cheese biscuits, right? Mm-hmm. So he was born in 1989 to Yoruba parents, a neurologist and a pharmacist. He spent his childhood in Zimbabwe, the Netherlands, and later the U.S. He started investing at age 16. He went to Brown University, so an Ivy League, with a degree in economics and political science. He played football there, and he earned his MBA from Harvard, darling, Harvard.
Wow.
Now here where it gets good, but I think it was always good for him, right? You know, he began his career in Goldman Sachs, and then he worked for Paulson & Co., where he helped lead the acquisition of P.F. Chang's, and later became the first CEO, first Black CEO at 31.
Wow.
During his leadership, he guided P.F. Chang's through the COVID-19 pandemic, grew its delivery business, launched PF Chains to Go concept, and returned the brand to profitability with revenues hitting $1 billion with a B. With a B in the restaurant industry during COVID. That is phenomenal. And now he took on the whole new challenge in 2024. Red Lobster was in serious trouble, over $1 billion in debt, 93 locations closed, bankruptcy filed. That's when he stepped in as the sixth and youngest CEO of Red Lobster to help lead his turnaround. His vision was to honor Red Lobster's legacy while making smart, incremental changes, not a complete overhaul, a true strategic mind. So, some awards he's received recently: the CEO of the Year in Food and Beverage, Transformational Leader of the Year, Fortune 100 Most Powerful People in 2024. Yeah.
No, that's a boss movie. And he's so young.
So young, right? That's what it looks like to lead with vision and impact. And Damola, we see you, we celebrate you, and we're proud to watch another brilliant Nigerian-American blazing trails at the highest levels.
Black boy joy.
Ow, ow.
So, like I said, I eat at Red Lobster more than I should admit.
Really?
For a second, they had an app, and they had curbside pickup. And so the cheapest way, in my opinion, to get the food that I like from Red Lobster is to order it from the kids menu.
Yes, that's a hack.
Yes. And there's some food that is nostalgia.
Yes.
So Red Lobster for me is that. I eat the popcorn shrimp and a baked potato. And if I get that from the kids menu, it's like a whole meal. It's under $10.
Ooh,
comes with a drink and some biscuits.
Really?
Yes.
I think I'm going to do that next.
Right. And so I just order it, and they don't do the curbside anymore. A lot of places are getting rid of curbside, but they have a separate to go window. So I order it on the app. I TikTok on my phone in the parking lot, and then I go and it's ready.
Go. Yeah.
So I don't know if that's his impact, but it seems like what he did for PF Chains, he can do for Red Lobster.
Exactly. So. And I know they just implemented happy hour.
Oh.
I knew a few years, this is pre-COVID, I was meeting a girlfriend there, and we thought, we'll just meet for happy hour. And there was no happy hour at Red Lobster. And I said, why would they not have
That's a miss.
Happy hour? Right. So I'm glad to see that. And so go to Red Lobster.
Yes.
And
support
Beyonce
our guy.
Put that,
Yes. What was the reference?
Blank me good I take is blink to Red Lobster.
Ah, yes, I remember that.
So if they do that, take them to Red Lobster. Okay.
All right.
So what we're digging. I think I spoke earlier about had a little bit of anxiety going on. And it was over a week now, but my anxiety from last week is different from my anxiety for this week.
Anxiety. Oh, I'm gonna take that out.
So honestly, I'm happy about something because that from the anxiety from last week. But you shouldn't be anxious about nothing. That's what we're taught.
Pray about everything.
I'm removing that anxiety right now. I have no, let me not lie. I'm decreasing it. So I was in full Wahala mode last week. Okay, so I'm preparing for a trip to Nigeria. And I keep all of my documents in one area, important documents in one area. So I'd had this trip planned for months, right? And I just knew that my green passport was in that particular location. But something said, Uche, just confirm that green passport is where it should be. So guess what? I looked at where it should be, and that green passport said, find me, I'm not here. And I went crazy. And I thought, it's going to be so much Wahala to deal with getting a visa, because just in general. And I was like, where is this passport? So did I put it somewhere weird? Where could it be? But then I found out that May 1st of 2025, Nigeria launched their new eVisa system. I didn't even know that was an option. I thought I had to either do something in the Atlanta office or do visa on arrival, and I wasn't sure how that would be. But you can now apply online for short visas for business, tourism, and similar purposes without needing to physically submit your passport first.
That is a game changer.
Yes, because, I was born here, and the first time I went to Nigeria, I had to use a visa, and I had to send my passport to Atlanta, and it was a big deal. So I was like, ugh. So yeah.
In fact, one of the times that I've had to get a replacement blue passport was because it got lost in the mail on the way back from the Nigerian embassy or whatever. So
it's a game changer.
Yeah, this is good.
The policy is part of Nigeria's new visa policy, and they now offer short-term visas, temporary residence visas, and permanent residence visas, all restructured to streamline the process. And guess what? It took less than 48 hours.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, it was like, Once I got that email that I received my visa, there was like weight lifted off my shoulders.
That's awesome.
And so I felt really good about that. So it's an email, you print it out, and you have to bring it with you. So I was shocked after being so down about not having my physical passport ready. This came through, and I'm not usually quick to praise that Nigerian system. Yes. Because we all know of dealing with Nigerian systems how nerve-wracking it can be. But I have to give credit where it's due. And this process was so fast, so clear, and super efficient. So if you're thinking of visiting Nigeria soon and you're like me, where life happens, the documents get misplaced, or you have a friend who's going, you want to travel with them, the eVisa system is definitely worth knowing about.
That is awesome.
Yes. So
I'm glad that worked out for you.
Yeah, and then the visa is good for 90 days.
Okay.
So I'm good, and I plan on getting my passport replaced in Nigeria. So I'll let you know how all that goes. So thank you, Nigeria, for making something easy.
Woo!
Ooh. Now I can go on my trip, and I'm sure it'll be great.
Yes.
You've been listening to the Shine Your Eye podcast, where the gist never ends. If you like this episode, give us a thumbs up on YouTube and subscribe wherever you listen or watch us, and join the family. We'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, feedback, and ideas for future episodes by emailing us at shineyoureyepod@gmail.com or connecting with us on social media at Shine Your Eye Pod.
Till next time, shine your eye, stay sharp, and keep the gist flowing. See you soon on another episode.